You need to start thinking about the way that your pride is affecting your success, the way it's affecting your progress towards your meaningful goals. This is very important for you because you letting your pride, letting your ego decide whether you are going to achieve your mission or not, that is very, very, very dangerous for you. The way that you navigate this world based on your emotions is very, very important. And if you don't navigate this world, if you don't navigate your progress as a man in a meaningful way while controlling your emotions, then you are not going to make good progress. You're going to be at the bottom. And you don't want that, do you? That's why you're putting in the work, you're putting in the effort to be at the top, to not be with the guys at the bottom. But then in that case, you need to learn how to control your emotions. That is very, very important for you. You must learn how you control your self-pride, your ego, everything. You cannot let, especially those two things, you cannot let them make you complacent. Once you've achieved a decent level of success in your life, which won't take long, once you've achieved a good level of success, you will start to feel prideful a little bit. You'll have a little bit of pride sinking in through the corners of your life. Maybe your ego will start expanding little by little. And at some point, without you even knowing, you'll realize that you've become this prideful person. And because of that pride, because of the fact that you've silently just updated your image to believe that you are better than you might actually be. This is a very, very big trap that a lot of people fall into. This trap of complacency that happens because of pride, because of your ego, because you've suddenly, after gaining this sense of success in your life, after literally years of your life with nothing, with no success, no achievements, you suddenly gaining this achievement just makes you have like this huge confidence boost, which although it's really good that you're becoming more confident, you're becoming a stronger person overall, it can also have a downside, which is this. The fact that, it also increases your pride, your ego. And that pride is very, very detrimental for you. So you need to learn how you can control this, how you can move past this destroyer of progress, this destroyer of meaningful progress towards your mission as a man. A lot of people, bro, a lot of men out there have fallen, have literally destroyed their dreams, destroyed their ambitions because of their pride, because of all the emotions, all the feelings that come with pride, with being this egotistical person. So you need to learn how to gesture, like how to literally, what do you even call it? How you approach those things. Like that is very, very valuable for you. So you must learn how to approach your feelings, your emotions, and how to control them. You must not approach them in this very, what would you call it, like closed manner. At the same time, not this fully open manner. You must be semi open or semi closed, whatever you want to think, whatever you want to think of it, But you need to be careful because you letting your pride sink into your character, into your personality, that can lead to a lot of problems in your life. Problems that will get you in bad situations, right? So you'll do maybe once you'll have this pride, once you'll have this ego, you'll think to yourself, well, at the same time, man, I should be prideful. I mean, yeah, this is a really good important point as well. This is a disclaimer that you should be happy for the success. You should be proud of the success that you've achieved, right? Of the point of the life that you're in. You shouldn't like always be this scared person that, oh man, if I just feel a sense of achievement, of fulfillment after achieving a meaningful goal, then man, I'm gonna become this prideful person and this and that. You need to be happy for your success. You need to, you know, how can I even? You need to celebrate your own success in a meaningful way, but at the same time, you must not let it get to your head. You must not let this success, this initial feeling of positiveness, just impact you in a negative way as well. And the negative part of this achievement, like the sense of achievement, is the fact that it brings pride along. It brings this idea, this idea of pride, which slowly but surely just devolves into selfishness, into ignorance, and you just start feeling fucking, I don't even know. You start feeling like you're somebody else when you're not, right? And again, what I mean is don't be fucking prideful and be realistic about the place that you are in. Like, if you're a high quality person, then you use your fucking brain, use your fucking high quality brain, right? Your rational brain, and you accept the fact that yeah, I'm a high quality person because this and this and this and this, right? Don't must not feel like an imposter. Like, you must not let this imposter syndrome get to you. This idea that you don't really belong here. You must, if you're fucking there, if you literally have real life proof that you can prove to your brain that you deserve to be there, then you should be there. Then you deserve what you have. But you must not go past this and end up, just becoming this prideful, ignorant, selfish person. Because this is very, very horrible. And it can just destroy your entire life. It can destroy your business. It can destroy your friendships, your community. It can destroy a lot of things in your life, right? So this is your disclaimer that you have to stay away from complacency, which comes when once you achieve a good big goal for yourself, you feel achieved, you feel fulfilled for a little while, but then you feel complacent because you're like, well, I already achieved this big goal, so why should I bother as much? Why should I focus on the next task at hand as much, right? But again, we are not even close to achieving our full purpose yet. Not even close. None of us. There might be people who have lived their entire lifetimes doing that, and maybe they might be close, but people like you and I, we're still fucking young. We're still like what, 16, 18, 20 something, right? We are not these people who've lived their entire lives making progress. We are young. We still have a shit ton to learn. We still have a shit ton to go through. And the faster we understand that, the faster we accept that fact, and we realize that we must not become complacent, that we must not let this pride get to our heads, the better our lives will be. So, this I have like an example which really I think is really relevant, and I think it comes in your mind as well. The idea that you might get a girl I cannot even pronounce the word, a girlfriend. There we go, a girlfriend. The fact that this idea that you'll get a girlfriend as you being this, let's say that you're like this shy person and you're like all fully like, I don't even know, like you've always wanted a girlfriend, right? And you finally get this girl and you really like her, she really likes you, you're great together, you fucking love her, right? You'll, if you're not careful, you'll have all these good feelings mixed with some falsely positive feelings, like pride, like your ego will just start increasing, start becoming bigger and bigger. Because you feel better because you're like, damn, well, I'm amazing, bro, because I have this girl who I truly love. She's like really good looking. She's high quality. She has a great mind. She's like everything that you would want in a woman, right? And you're like, fuck, man, I'm amazing. I'm the best because I attracted this girl. You see what I'm trying to get to? And once you say that, I'm the best because I managed to do this. I'm really good at that because I managed to do this. And that statement is not fully rationalized on the fucking reality that we live in. If it's not fully rationalized with proof from the real world that you are who you say you are, then your pride will literally get to your head. Your ego will become bigger and you'll realize you'll end up just becoming more and more complacent as time moves on. You'll start focusing less and less on your purpose, on your mission, on your goals, because you want to spend time with your girl because you've had this amazing girl. And if you let that pride get to you, that you have this, like, you're just this amazing person and you can do everything that you've always wanted to do, and you're just like this superhero kind of person, right? You start focusing on your goals less, on your purpose less. You're just spending more and more time with this woman. You're feeding into this instant gratification that you get from seeing her, from being with her all the time, right? And then at some point you'll end up realizing that you're not happy anymore because you've made no meaningful progress towards your mission anymore, towards your progress. And you feel bad, you feel guilty because of that. You feel a sense of guilt that you're not focused on your mission anymore. And that's when the relationship with your own woman starts to deteriorate, since you're starting to feel worse about yourself. And that is very easily portrayed into her personality, into her character as well. And then you end up fighting, you end up getting into arguments, much more often than you usually would, right? And you get into these very dangerous arguments, right? And they really, really damage you and your relationship. And at some point, you end up like fucking things over, right? With this girl. But you were supposed to be the best. You're supposed to be this amazing person, but you're not. Because you've let pride and complacency and your ego get to you. You've let yourself believe that you are better than who you are. Again, don't act like you're just like this piece of shit and you don't deserve anything. No, again, make statements based on the reality. Make statements based on what you have in the present moment, based on what you've achieved, like real life proof of it. If you can get any kind of real life proof, which is like actual proof, it's not bullshit, it's not cope, and you prove it to your own mind, then okay, that works. You won't, maybe you won't like fall in that trap, but I'm 100% sure that you will if you don't back your claims up with any kind of real proof. If you don't back your claims up with any kind of real life achievement to show for it, then you'll just end up believing believing that you're actually more than you are. That will destroy you. That will literally fucking destroy you. And this is something that I'm working on right now. This is something that I'm really, really trying to work on as best as I possibly can. This idea that I really am not that as good as I want to be, and I still have a lot more to work on. And I'm really working on making my brain accept that, because I'm like, my brain is like, okay, a year of self improvement, I must be like this god now. I can I can just levitate and whatever, float. No, I'm not a god, not yet. But I have a lifetime worth of growth, and we will never get to this end point, like this desired full, like, euphoric like end point in our lives. So we need to understand that we will always have something more to work on. We will always have something that we need to improve on, right? So that means that we need to always keep an eye out. We must always be very, very in touch with the way our mind works. We must always, kind of control the way our thoughts enter and go in our mind. See what our thoughts are. Must be very mindful about this, about the way that we think, about the way that we see ourselves, the way that we see the world. These are all very important things that if we don't take into consideration properly, if we don't properly think about those things, if we don't rationalize them, if we don't solve the issues, there will be a big problem in the future. So you need to focus on not letting that pride get to you, because that is what's standing between you and your success. You might be thinking right now, after you've been into your, maybe you're trying to like build a business, right? And for example, you've been making like good progress for the past few months and you're starting to feel good about it. You're like, hell yeah, fuck yeah. And then at some point, everything just plateaus. Like, you don't really make that much progress anymore, or the progress that you make doesn't really show. And you're like, why doesn't it work? What's going wrong? Then Maybe it could be your mind. Maybe it could be the fact that you become complacent. That it's just you suddenly think that you're this person that you're not. And that really feeds to your pride, and that just makes you become complacent, and you work less hard, knowing that, you've already achieved what you want to achieve. But you haven't, so you're basically lying to yourself when you're saying that shit. Don't lie to yourself. Be honest with who you are, with the growth that you must go through. Be honest with the way that your life must go. Be honest with your goals, your mission. Don't hide things away from yourself. Don't hide who you truly are. Yeah, man. Don't let this pride get to your head, because it will fuck you up. It will be very detrimental for you. Hope you got some value out of this, man. Good luck.